my chick. Put some respect on my chick. Oh, pay me in equity, watch me reverse other dicks. You got a bad bitch.
Well, welcome back. Hey.
Guys, hi. Sorry, I've been like MIA as fuck. But welcome back to my channel. See, we had a name change. And that is just call me Moody. Because that's what I go by. Moody Cancer, period. So yes, welcome back. If y'all been here before, hey sis. And if y'all new, how you doing? Yeah, if you like the vibe, go ahead and subscribe. Yeah, I'm just leaving the doctor. They just literally took all of my blood and gave me hella medicine, so there's that. But so yeah, I've been MIA because I just had a lot going on. I had to do birthdays, and birthdays was the worst days. My girl started gymnastics. Then my children got sick. Like, everybody was sick, passing sickness here, passing sickness there. It was just a lot going on. And I wasn't really doing my deliveries. So I do my videos when I do my deliveries. So I haven't really been doing them because we were busy. And my children do not really believe in letting me record whole lives uninterrupted. So here we are. But yes, welcome back. So this is going to be a funny story. Because one, it's funny as fuck, and two, this is the start of the Ursula series. Ursula is my ex-best friend who literally set out to ruin my life. But this is when me and Ursula was still besties. So this happened around, we was like around 19, 20, or I might have been like, yeah, I was probably like 19. And I had just got her a job at the place that I was working. This was like my first like real server job. Like before that it was like, you know, steak and shake type shit. But this was like my real server, like when we talking about the 20%. Can I get 20%? That's the type of job we had, 20% or plus. So yeah, so this was my little first not fine dining, but similar, like not fine dining, but I don't know. Casual, you know, anyway, not this big. Oh Jesus, I hope it was worth it, you dumb whore. Now I'm about to hit somebody. I'm gonna run my mouth, child. Where I'm going, I need to get my bearings together. Can y'all let me over, please? And thank you. Can I get over? Can you go up so I can get over? Like, damn. Shit. Okay, thank you, honey. Thank you, honey. Okay, so anyway. Alright. So this was my first time trying edibles. This wasn't my first time smoking. This was my first time trying edibles, okay? So me and Ursula, we really thought we was like on some sex and shitty shit. Like, you couldn't tell us that we was not Samantha, Carrie, Charlotte, and one who I can't remember her name right now, Adrian. We just gonna go with that, y'all. So we was really on our Sex and the City ass shit, you know, like we would be watching Sex and the City all day, we would be drinking Cosmos all day, we would be having like little girls' nights all the time, like everything. Now she did have a son, but you know, he would go with his dad half of the week or whatever. So we would have our little Sex and the City young girl swag going on or whatever. But now, mind you, at the time when this was going on, I was still living with my ex. But we were together. Obviously, he was my boyfriend, which we got a story for that too. This Ursula series is so motherfucking juicy. Like, it goes over an ex-boyfriend, a husband, ex-best friends, children, like everything. This bitch set out to ruin my life because of what I did. I'm not gonna make myself the victim, but she set out to ruin my life. She plotted and planned on me, like. And the story still goes to this day. Okay, so anyway, so she lived in like this, she was like a foster kid or whatever. So she had access to like the aid and like stuff they have for young moms. So it was like this little apartment building type thing. It was like 8 apartments, and they would rent out the apartments to young mothers. So Ursula had one of those apartments, and that's where we used to kick it, because at my house my nigga was there, and at her house it was just, you know, girls' night. Like, we was just doing our stuff, or whatever. Let me see, I thought I heard something. So Ursula, so we was like, okay, we need to make edibles. We ain't never made edibles before. We ain't never tried edibles. us. So we was like, all right, we gonna get him. So the plug, so where she lived like downtown, but it was like the where she lived was kind of sketchy, but it was wide open enough to where it was like you wouldn't really get caught up unless somebody was like really watching you. So her apartment was like was off like the busy street of the highway or whatever, and then it was like another apartment next to hers that was like trap. It was a trap. Oh God, made me in a trap. We was in a trap, bitch, honey. You know, so anyway, so we go to the weed man house. I mean, we go to the the tree man house, which his apartment is behind her apartment, but it's a different complex. So we go to the tree man house, and we don't know what we need. We don't know what to ask for. We just like, we need enough for an eighth. So we bought 4 or 5 $5 bags, something like that. If that's the wrong math, judge your mother, I'm not the plug. Or am I? But so we was like, we need 4 or 5 bags or whatever. We about to make some brownies. So we was like, okay, cool. So we was having our girls' night. So it was me, Ursula, our other friend Layla, who she got her own story time too. Me and Layla still cool to this day now. We just named her Layla, and we'll call the other girl Lexi. And so Lexi was one of Ursula's friends from when she was in church. So when she would go to like the foster family, so they would take her to this church, and that Lexi was her friend, but she was a little bit older than us, and she didn't smoke. So we was like, all right, we're gonna get taco. We're gonna have a taco night, nachos. We're gonna get our drink. What we used to drink? We used to drink like Moscato or Cosmopolitan. So I'm pretty sure we was probably drinking both of it. We were drinking both of it. So we was like, all right, we're gonna make these edibles, and we not gonna tell Lexi because we don't think she would do it. Now, granted, back to this day, I know that is absolutely wrong, but back then it was the funniest thing in my life. All right, so this shit. Okay, so we get the tree, and we like, okay, so now what do we do? So we like, I think we gotta cook it, and then we just add it to the brownies. So we just make our brownie mix, and then, you know, So we didn't know that you could like cook it on the stovetop. So what we did was we put all the tree in a pan and poured like enough oil over it for the recipe of the brownies. So we poured the oil over it. We baked it. We let it bake or whatever. So it was baking for however long, you know, 20, 30 minutes. I don't know. We let it bake. So now I know that you're supposed to drain the herb. Then we didn't know that. So we poured the brownie mix right on top of that bitch. We poured the brownie mix right on top of that. And we mixed that shit up. We baked it. So we having our tacos, we just chilling, and so then the brownies are ready. So we like, all right, y'all ready? Ready? All right. So mind you, we did not tell Lexi. So I knew, Layla knew, Ursula knew, Lexi did not know. So we eat the brownies and we like, you feel anything? Like, no, I don't feel nothing. So we should just eat some more. Like, all right, yeah, all right, cool. All right, you gonna eat some more? Go eat some more. We like, Lexi, you want some more brownies? They real good. She's like, yeah, I take them. So we take the brownies. And then, motherfucking, I hate when that. Oh, sorry. All motherfucking hell broke loose. Okay? And when I say hell, I mean hell. So, Ursula had this older male friend who he got his own story time too. He tried to ruin us too. But she had this older male friend. He was a cab driver. So Lexi, and I don't know if y'all know this, but like most Leos will have them a little indentured servant. Like they will have somebody that just there to do what they need them to do. So this was the cab driver was Ursula's indentured servant. So, okay, just going past that. Alright, so we eating the brownies, and then next thing you know, like, we're all blazed as fuck. So then we started laughing, like, we started laughing uncontrollably, and Lexi like, what the fuck wrong with you bitches? Like, what is going on? What is going on? Hold on. So we like, tree and the brownies. Ha ha ha, gotcha. And she was livid. She was so mad. She was like, oh my God, like I gotta go to fucking work tomorrow. I'm high as hell. Like, what the fuck? And we just cracking up. Like, we feel bad, but we can't express that we feel bad because we high as hell. Like, we are dying of laughter. So we still, eating, drinking, whatever, just chilling. So then, next thing you know, I pass out on Ursula's couch. Lexi was like, I'm leaving. Fuck you bitches, I'm out. So Ursula calls the cab driver to come pick us up. Now, for some reason, because Layla lived in the same complex as Ursula, but for some reason, I feel like Layla had something to do, or maybe she was going over her man's house or something. I don't know, because Ursula had called the cab driver to give both of us a ride home. Now, mind you, the way this nigga turned out to me, if this nigga wanted to throw my ass in a ditch somewhere and just go Jeffrey Dahmer on my ass, he had nothing but space and opportunity, bitch. So we get in the car, and I'm just like passed out in the car, like this, like in the back. The fucking car is spinning. It's just spinning. And I know, so we get in the car or whatever, and I know that whoever was in the car with us got dropped off. I live like far north, like I live way north. So Ursula lived like in downtown, and then I live like north. If you know, like towards the Dunwoody area. So she lived downtown towards the Braves Stadium, and I live towards the Dunwoody area. So I'm in the car, laid out on the back seat, no seatbelt or nothing, Jesus. Just laid out in the back seat, passed the fuck out. Room is spinning and spinning. I mean, the car is spinning. So prayerfully, Dahmer, we don't call his name Dahmer. No, we don't call him Dahmer because he went that bad. Hopefully, I don't know what he doing today, and I don't even remember the nigga name till time to find out. But so he takes me home, and I stumble into my house, whatever. I'm like, trying to open the door and shit. So my ex is like, I open the door, come in. He like, what wrong with you? And I'm just like, nothing. Me and Ursula has some animals that I passed out. Mind you, I told y'all we worked at a fancy, nice restaurant. We had work the next day. So this restaurant is like very strict. So you gotta have, everything gotta be starch, bitch. They want potatoes, rice, and goddamn tortillas all up and through your uniform. So your uniform gotta be stripped, like crisp. You gotta have a crisp line down the middle of your black apron, your fucking black pants crisp, and you gotta have on the tie. Somehow we get there. I want to say Ursula didn't make it to look that nice or whatever. So you know how we get to work the next day. Mind you, I'm still high. This is the next day, and I'm still high as if I had just smoked an L, as if I was currently smoking an L. So we had like a mixture of cool managers and lame ass managers. So so who was there? My homie Pat was there, which was my manager. He's like a gay man. We got stories for him too. And then Mimi, she's there, and she's like the one that's a bitch. And she's like big as hell or whatever. Like she was like nasty. Like she was big, but she was disgusting. Like she would know that we was hungry, and she would get like buckets of bowls of goddamn cheese and just be eating that shit and letting it drip all down her mouth. Like she was just disgusting. But on this day she was cool. So Mimi and Pat, we in the lineup. Mind you, me and Ursula are still blazed as fuck. Blazed as fuck. So we just like, yeah, we're good. So they like, they was giving very much, boy, y'all had a time last night. Y'all had a time last night. That's what it was giving. And we just like, yeah. It's like, well, we gonna do y'all. We just don't send y'all, home. Y'all can take the day off. We're slow or whatever. It's like, okay. Alright. So they send us home. So Ursula drives us home because she had a car at the time. Ursula drives us to her house. We go to her house. We like, bitch, I got the munchies in a motherfucker. She's like, you got the munchies? I'm like, So we change our clothes, because the thing about this job was, if you was gonna eat at the restaurant, you could not come back up there and eat in your uniform. You had to go change clothes, and it had to be an hour after your shift. Like, they was just real lame as hell, real strict as hell, just lame personified. Which, you know, we got stories for them too. So we come right back, like within an hour or two. We come back, and they like, no, y'all didn't. Like, cause we literally could not work because we was high as hell. Then we come back on some high shit, ordering everything, cause the food was good. The food was good. I ain't even gonna hold you. The food was good. So we ordering everything in that bitch. So a couple of our coworkers, they happen to be up there at the same time. Mind you, so our shifts will start at 11. We took them edibles at like maybe 8 o'clock the night before. This is the next morning, 2, 3 o'clock, still blazed out of our fucking mind, out of my fucking mind, girl. So then, like, what happened after that? I think after that we just like went home, and that was it or whatever. But we was still blazed as fuck. Like, I don't think I had 8 edibles in so long. Luckily, I did not have the paranoia that I have these days, because I don't even think I would have been able to survive it. I just knew that the cab driver was gonna be, you know, chopping me up in pieces, because that's very much the energy he gave. Very much chop a bitch, you know, chop type shit. So yeah, and that was the first time we tried edibles. Now this is the good story of Ursula, but I'm gonna wait till I get to my 1K subscribers before you know, I finished the Ursula series. So I might just put in some more stories to get myself back in the algorithm or whatever. But the Ursula series, that's our one good story. No, not our one good story, because we had a couple more good stories or whatever. But that was like our first pretty much, you know, good story with Ursula, because Ursula. So if you enjoyed this video, I need you to please like it, and if you like the vibe, I need you to please subscribe. Okay, thank you. And yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. Let's get this shit back on the road. We back getting our thugsters on. We ain't lacking or slacking no more. It's about to be 2023, and bitches is we doing the same thing, period. Okay, bye. Alright, bye.
Put some respect on my chick. Or pay me in equity, watch me reverse out of